You were tuned in to G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this live. You see he's here. If you see me, you see him. VP Shane, what's going on, bro?
Everything's all good.
That's good. Listen, we had a lot of fights over the weekend. Whenever we get multiple fight cards, we happy about that. And it was some controversy. It was some controversy for sure. Scorecards, things of that nature. Y'all see the title of the live. Who has the more corrupt judges? Is it the US or is it the UK? Shane, get us started with the most controversial card that went down this weekend.
I feel like it's a bit difficult to explain because obviously it's the funniest thing is normally when you see draws, which you saw with the Jojo Diaz fight and the Rakhimov fight, you normally say that's probably the most controversial fight and that's the most controversial card. But that was probably the most accurate out of all of the ones that's happening. So ironically, that's a bit crazy.
Right.
But one of the fights was probably the most controversial fight in terms of the public eye was the Zelfa Barrett fight, when obviously, if those who didn't know, he was on the Josh Warrington undercard and
he fought Kiko Martinez.
Obviously, he's been around the block for years, so we know about Kiko for a while.
Yes, indeed.
Zelfa Barrett was the home fighter. He was the, what do you want to say? He's the promoter's fighter. So he was not house fighter. That was the word I was looking for. So he basically was the one who was Kiko was the opponent. Let's just put it that way. So in that fight, we saw a fight where Zelfa Barrett clearly, I mean, in many people's eyes, people thought Kiko won that fight. Many people thought Kiko won that fight. I mean, you rarely ever see where a fight where the home fight and the house fighter is seen as the loser and the promoter comes out and says that he lost as well. That was probably the most controversial card of the weekend, and it was topped off by Eddie Hearn's comments. Eddie Hearn's comments of how he was saying that it's hard for Britain, which is a second-rate country because US is the first-rate country when it comes to boxing. It's hard for Britain, which is a second-rate country, to capture a wider audience and bring in the bigger names, the Canelos, the Errol Spence, the Wilders, the Triple Gs, and get them over to the UK when you have scorecards like that. And that's probably the point that he was trying to make.
Yeah, it's hold on just a second before I go. Let me get to the chat real quick. Bruce Goals, what's going on, player? Salute to you, as always.
Can you see me, by the way? Because every time I sit here, there's a massive light behind me.
You good. You straight. BoxingFirst Vlog checked in. Bro, I put the link in the comment section, so just click on the link of this video, and you can jump in. Yeah, that one was bad. Like, that one was really, really bad. For Eddie Hearn to say something and his guy got the benefit of the doubt, that's how bad it was. Like, that's how bad it was.
Sorry to cut you off. What I feel like was the worst was the scorecard and the gap. That's probably the biggest thing, the gap of the scorecard. If a fight is if the fight 7-5 on the cards, if the fight 7-5 on the cards, then it's easy to look at it like, okay, maybe it was a swing round. When you scored it so vastly to an opponent, to me that just clipped to the winner, to the home fighter. That just told me that you really had that. You really didn't care about what happened in the fight. You just cared about the result because at the end of the day, you just gave you were always gonna give it to him anyway.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta introduce my bro, man. One of my faves, man. One of the channels I follow, man. DT3 the Boom, man. What's up, bro?
What's good? What it do with the folk, man? I just, I saw you. I got the notification as I was driving, and I was like, oh, gotta slide on G5 one time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's my bro.
Behind the wheel and no wheel. I'ma hop on with G5. I'm everywhere today, man. From DJF 2 hand G5, I'm everywhere today, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First of all, congrats on the boxing gig that you got. You want to introduce that to the people?
Yeah, I start officially being a full-fledged boxing Muay Thai coach at Audacious Muay Thai in Vacaville, California. As of Wednesday of this upcoming week, I will officially sign my paperwork, all that, and I'll be back teaching boxing and Muay Thai from the ages of 4 all the way to adulthood. So, yeah, man. I'm in the building. Hopefully, I'll be getting some boxers to slide through, get some MMA cats to slide through, man, and it's a blessing, bro. God is good, man.
Yes, indeed. And the thing that's good about that, bro, and again, congrats to you. The thing that's good about that is not only do you have the channel, but you're not only taking care of your own family, but you're putting in work in your community. And the thing with gyms, the gyms in the community is the outlet for that kid that don't have a family, that don't have the structure and things like that. So when I hear things like that, it's bigger than just you having a job. I'm like, you're a part of the culture and the community, and you're gonna be changing lives on a daily basis. So
you have the TV on in your background.
Mm-hmm.
You have the TV on in your background.
Yeah, I'm gonna move it.
You can hear it.
Yeah, I'm gonna move it. Yeah. So DT3, what you thought of the fights this weekend, bro?
Man, Warrington fights like a power puncher, and he's not a power puncher.
Right.
He fights like a guy that got popped, but he don't got popped. And in order for him to be successful in this game, he got to get some defense because Josh Warrington has forget little to no defense. Josh Warrington blocks punches with his face. I'm talking old school Jared Hurd, blocking punches with your face. Like that's not going to work against these decent, tough punches because nobody knew who Lara was, let alone knew he was a decent puncher. So I just think he's just not defensively sound. Costanzo was pretty much utilized his jab a lot more.
DC3, you went in and out, bro.
I am? My bad.
Yeah, you went out maybe like your last 5 seconds.
Oh, I just felt like Teixeira, his jab, he utilized his jab really well. But again, the same thing with Teixeira is the same thing with Warrington. You don't have enough pop to keep a fighter like a Castaño off of you. And honestly, I still think Castaño is food for Jamel. I think his come forward style, he can't fight off the back foot, and Jamel is going to be the fighter to keep. I think Castaño hits harder than Rosario, Jamel's previous opponent.
Okay, go ahead, Shane.
I was gonna say the first thing about the Warrington thing is I 100% agree in the fact that he has no defense. What you gotta understand is there's a culture in Britain. There's a culture which me and Jeff always talk about. It's something that I hate. Whereas you got a lot of these fighters who, when they come up, because of the hype that's built around them, they don't ever feel like they need to improve.
Yeah, that's 100%
because
fact.
Of that, the defense, I'm gonna turn mine sideways just to keep it practical. But because of that, you see fighters like Warrington, you have no defense. They're struggling they struggle to get rid of opponents who have power. And yes, 100%, Warrington fights like a tall fighter, a powerful fighter, but he ain't got no power. It's just because it's the same thing you saw with Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton fought like a fighter with a lot of power, but he didn't have it. You see a lot of British fighters who fight with their heart instead of their head. And that it's just a culture, because in Britain, even if you lose, as long as you give it a good fight, you get praise, which I hate, but it's what they say.
Yeah, and that's a great example too, because Ricky Hatton fought the same way, even though Ricky Hatton has more crack than a Warrington. But and another thing with that Ricky Hatton comparison, Ricky Hatton was vicious to the body. He was vicious to the body. So whatever he didn't have in power up top, he took the starch out of you with the body shots. Got my boy BoxingFirst Vlog in the building. What's going on, bro?
Jeff, your camera's flickering. Am I the only one that's seeing that?
My camera's flickering?
Like it's flickering. Am I the only one seeing that?
It's the internet. You know, ain't none of this shit gonna be perfect.
All right, go on.
Oh, hold on. Go ahead. Hey, Vlog, what you thought of the fights this weekend, bro?
Man, unexpected with the lower victory, obviously, but just great. I just thought all around the fights was outstanding. You good, Jeff?
Yeah, I'm good. I just cut my camera off since it was flickering. In terms of the title of the video, who got the worst judges?
All right, but yeah.
Who got the worst judges?
I mean,
the
Top
US or the
Rank
UK?
and what's going on over there at ESPN, bro. I got. They've been doing something at least once or twice a year consistently for the past 2-3 years, where it's just stand out. Just take the Rolly and Jackson Marinez fight. Just, you know what I mean? And obviously the one from Saturday night where I thought Sanchez won that fight. Or at worst, it's a draw. Just call it a draw. You know what I mean? One of the judges had it a draw, so obviously.
GT3, did you watch that fight?
I thought JoJo Diaz lost by a round.
You thought JoJo lost by a round? See,
that was talking about Lopez and Sanchez.
Talking about Adam Lopez and Sanchez.
The co-main on Top Rank, that ESPN card, that co-main, where to me just Jackson like Marinez, when y'all talking about judging now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm saying, so when we talking about judges, to me that was a fight that was so nobody really ran away with it. So it's the only way to be fair about it is call it a draw. I don't think the guy fighting on the outside, you know, the boy Lopez, did anything, bro. Neither one of them were very impressive. So it's like when you talking about judging, it's like, well, say something.
I was going to say, I get that, but the difference is, and I'm not disagreeing with you, by the way. I'm not disagreeing with you, but what you don't score it based on if someone run away with it. You just score it on who won the most rounds. So how I looked at it was, or how I look at any fight is, whether the fight is bland or empty, is who's doing the most work, who's doing the most effective work, even if it's one punch. Who's landing that one extra punch over the opponent? So it's easy to say, oh, the fight's just dragging and nobody's taking it. But if someone's edging it each round or edging it one round here, one round there, you've got to give it to the person that's edging it, even if it's not much.
But what if nobody is doing that? Literally, that was that type of fight. And you saw one of the judges who get paid to judge fights say nobody won this fight. But the other two judges saw completely different. So, like, who's wrong and right in that situation?
Well, let's go to the JoJo fight. Let's go to the JoJo and Rakhimov fight. DT3, you said you thought Rakhimov won the fight by a round. How did you see the fight like overall?
I felt like JoJo Diaz was a shell of himself. It wasn't the JoJo Diaz that we saw fight Gary Russell Jr. It wasn't the JoJo Diaz we saw fight Tevin Farmer. This was a totally different JoJo Diaz we was looking at last night, ladies and gentlemen. This was the prototypical banging, hardcore, not taking a backward step JoJo Diaz. I mean, this dude, everybody was, and I picked JoJo to win the fight, but there was a few other cats that came to my channel and said that no, this guy got power. He got this. He got dimensions. He gonna give JoJo problems, and I'm thinking, well, you might be right, because we have seen before somebody come out of nowhere that we know nothing about, and he show us that he's more than what we thought he was gonna be. So, and he proved that when he fought JoJo Diaz, he was a lot better than what I initially gave him credit for. Now, I didn't see no tremendous pop. I didn't see no tremendous power from the guy. No, I ain't seen nothing like that. But I did see some skill. I did see some good jab work. I did see some good work from the guy. I did see him keep Joe Diaz honest and keep him at bay a lot of times throughout the fight. Now, the later rounds, I did. The early rounds, Joe was getting clean.
Yeah,
and I think about a round. I give him about a round.
Okay, hey, Vlog, what'd you think about the JoJo Rakhimov fight?
Bro, don't give me the lion. I missed that one, you know. So I ain't even gonna lie.
Okay.
I missed that.
Shame.
The second half of that, the second card, I got a few of the main event and the first fight from my guy side of the pond. So, but that last one, the afternoon, evening card, I did miss that one.
Okay, that's cool. Hey, Shane, what you think about the JoJo and Rakamov fight? Who you had winning that fight?
Shane froze up.
Shane froze. All right, Shane, come back in, Shane. I'm gonna get him out. Yeah, I had it. Say it again.
What did you think, G5?
I had it a draw. I had it 6-6, but I do agree with you. JoJo, he took like 4 rounds off in the middle of the fight. Like he was just letting Rakamov just throw a bunch of shots at him. He wasn't returning with nothing. That's why I be explaining to people. I'm like, when somebody's letting off a bunch of shots, even if they're not landing, if you're not returning any shots, the person that's throwing the shots is winning round. It don't matter if you have them missing the shots or you blocking the shots. If you're not returning fire or you're not landing anything on your own, the person that has the activity is the person that's going to win the round on the judge's card. You know what I'm saying? And I think Rakamov was doing a lot of that in the middle of the fight. So he was bagging a lot of those middle rounds. He was bagging them. You know what I'm saying? So it was just one of those fights. But JoJo just didn't. He looked like somebody that missed weight. You know what I'm saying? He looked like somebody that missed weight. And I didn't like his comments after the fight, when they asked him, was he disappointed in missing weight? And he was like, no. He was like, no, not at all.
He said, like, how?
If you say something like that, let me get this in, DT3. If you say something like that, you never deserved that title in the first place.
Facts.
And it's your first defense. And you say something like that, you never deserved it in the first place.
Facts.
Yeah,
he should have been livid.
Yeah, I didn't like the comment at all, man. Like he basically came out and was just like, because the dude from the zone asked him, was he disappointed in missing weight? And he was like, no, not at all. He know how hard he worked. It wasn't no gym at the bubble and this, that, and the third. Bunch of nonsense, man. Like bunch of nonsense. So for those comments alone, I wish Rakamov would have won the fight. That's like disrespecting the sport. You know what I mean? Like that's really disrespecting the sport. And I didn't like that at all. You know what I mean? I know, Vlog, you didn't see the fight, but to know that he missed honest, by 4 pounds.
Let me be honest. That to me was the main reason why I wasn't like charged to do what I was doing on the side tip to get back to that for that fight. You know what I mean? I really, because I didn't think he took it seriously. Just in general, if you came in like, and when I heard it on IG, I was like, well, damn, I ain't in no rush to go back for that. Even though I still wanted to see the Castano and them fight, but still, it was just like, oh, well, if I make it back, I'll make it back. But this the main event, and the main event and the champ not taking it seriously. What the fans supposed to do with that? You know what I mean? What is us as media supposed to do? Independent media, people that we trying to be here. What are we supposed to do? Not be honest, like, yo, that's hella disrespectful, that's hella lame. You know what I mean? We got to tell the truth, but then we look like bad guys because we don't box, like they say. You know what I mean? But still, you taking the sport lightly like that, that's us paying fans. You know, I pay for that, the Dazan stream, and you coming in there not taking the fight seriously, I can't get my money back, though. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Shane, you froze out for a quick second. But basically, it's stuff like that that's just, it's different levels of disrespect when it comes down to the sport of boxing. You have fighters not coming in on weight. I can see if he was a half a pound off or something like that, couple ounces. But when you 3.5 off, like it's so much disrespect on both. And then he disrespecting himself because you get fined 20% of your purse. You get fined 20% of your purse. So he made $500,000. So he got fined $100,000. $50,000 went to Rakamov. The other $50,000 went to the commission, right? So he got fined 20%. Then on top of that, you lose your belt. And then on top of that, you the house fighter. People forget that fight was in JoJo's hometown. And on top of that, he signed with MTK Global, and he still couldn't get the dub on the cards. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question. Hey, let me put this out. Now, you think with him being in his backyard, that was a problem? promotion, you know, a bunch of, you know, being the main event fighter, you got to do a bunch of, you know, Q&As and all of that. You think that took away from his last minute preparations?
Not in the COVID era. Not in the COVID era. Nope.
Not when you're
Go
in
ahead,
the bubble.
Shane.
When you're in the bubble, unfortunately, I've been in a bubble before once. When you're in a bubble, you don't have interaction with anyone. So for the first day you're in the bubble, you're literally.
We can't hear you, bro. Bro.
Yo, your volume down. We can't hear you.
You can't hear me at all.
Like you breaking up.
Yes, your joint low.
Serious. Let me leave and come back.
All right. Yeah. If we wasn't in the. You hear me, bro?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah. If it wasn't the COVID era, then I would definitely understand that. But because the fact it wasn't the COVID era, he shouldn't have had too many responsibilities he had to deal with prior to the fight. And I mean, even if he did, Rakhimov came in at 129. You know what I mean? Like Rakhimov came in at 129. He came in on weight. So I can't say, you know, I can't give JoJo, whatever the reason was, I can't get JoJo a pass, you know, because Rakhimov came in on weight and he was the challenger. He came in at 129. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what was going on with JoJo. But if you I'm gonna send you the comments of him saying that, your mouth going to drop. I'm like, did he really say that on live TV? Like, I'm like, that's crazy. Like, hold on, let me get DT3 in here real quick. Bro, with you working with fighters and things like that, and you hear of a guy missing a weight by almost 4 pounds and being so nonchalant about it afterwards, like, how does that make you feel? Like just working in a gym and knowing, you know, like guys have to sacrifice to get down the weight, like him showing so much disrespect. How do you feel about that?
Lack of discipline. Like even when real rap, when I get fights, I don't smoke. You know what I'm saying? I don't smoke at all. Like I don't smoke after the sessions. Like when I'm not training for a fight, I still blow. I still smoke my weed and all that shit. But once they say fight is on, ain't no smoking, ain't no drinking, ain't no kicking it. Certain things that I usually do on the norm, I'm not doing no more. So JoJo Diaz is a pro. I'm an amateur. And as a pro, you're supposed to always be ready because you never know when you're going to get that call. And on top of that, JoJo Diaz is a world champion. So that makes the excuse even worse because you are a world champion. You should always stay ready so you don't never got to get ready. And it don't matter what you had in the bubble. What did you do before you got to the bubble? Did you keep yourself in condition before you got to the bubble? Why it gotta be because it wasn't nothing in the bubble? Why do you have to blame something? At the end of the day, it's on you. It's on you. It's on me to tell you what to do, but it's on you to do it. And I think his trainers told him what to do. The same thing with Manny Robles, with Andy Ruiz. I'm sure he told him what to do, but Andy Ruiz just didn't do it. And I think that goes from the fighter not taking responsibility, trying to blame somebody else instead of looking at himself. And at the end of the day, it's JoJo Diaz's fault. And if it was up to me, JoJo, your ass wouldn't have been fighting. You'd have lost that belt, and I'd have been like, that's on you. Wouldn't have felt bad for you.
And let me, DC3 well said. Let me add on to that too. I ain't trying to give up 100,000. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to give up 100,000. He gave up 100 racks. 100 racks. Like he had a $500,000 purse. He gave up 100 racks, 20%. Bro, it like for no other reason, man. I like my money.
Hey, did he make more for this fight than he did against Farmer?
Yeah. Nah, he made more in the Farmer fight.
Eddie Cash JoJo out.
So answer me this though. If you were gonna make more to fight Farmer again, why not take it and then fight an unknown guy who supposedly have a lot of power, and then don't come in on weight, don't take the title seriously? Like, what was going on? Like, I'm confused about. Now y'all saying he made less money. You could have made probably the same thing for a second Farmer fight for whatever it was. I'm confused about what's going on over there.
Hey Shane, go ahead, take that, Shane.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
All right, cool. I'm glad you can hear me. So to answer that question, it's very simple. The Farmer fight's always there as long as he wins. So it's one of those ones where certain people don't like fighting, especially if you know you're not in shape. Like he probably knew he wasn't in shape out of camp. So to take a Farmer fight, you're gonna probably be out of shape. Farmer's ready for you, and you're probably looking at it like, I'd rather fight you where it can make maximum amount of money, and I'm 100% ready. So taking a Rakamov fight, making a quick, like it's like a takeover fight while I get in shape and while I'm in COVID, because no matter what, nobody's making maximum purses in COVID time. So that's probably why. You know, you could probably stretch that out, and maybe if he done well, maybe at the end of the year he could have made more money. That Farmer fight could have been worth it.
Well, let me add on to that real quick. The thing with that, Shane, is with him signing with MTK Global, like there's a lawsuit for that. So that's more bread that got to get kicked out. You know what I'm saying? So JoJo is just in a.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Well, he was signed to a previous management company before he signed to MTK Global. That management company sued MTK Global, but he's in the middle of that.
Yeah, but the reason why that don't matter is because MTK Global, they're a bit like our Heyman. If like what they do over here, they probably gonna do that with American fighters. Is they give fighters a lot of kickback off the record. So if you make a certain amount of money, like what Al Heyman does, he gives you a lot of kickback off the record. So a lot of Fury fights, a lot of MTK Global fights, whatever you make, you're getting kickback off like, at the back end, off the record, like off the paperwork. You just find a duffel bag of money outside your house, stuff like that.
Yeah, well, even with that being said, he just that's more of a reason for him to be on point. You know what I'm saying? Like that's more of a reason for him to be on point.
No, I'm not making an excuse for why he should be off point. I was just giving you a reason for why he didn't take the Farmer fight straight away. That's all I was.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. It's just with Farmer, with the Farmer situation, he kind of made out okay because Farmer didn't take it the legal route. Like if he would have took it the legal route, then he really would have had a problem. Like he'd have had a huge problem. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's crazy with people work their whole lives to get world title shots, let alone world titles. You know what I'm saying?
Can I start up a bit of controversy? Because I feel
go
like,
ahead.
but this is said out of all love to everybody that's on this on this live. But I know for a fact I'm gonna get turned down. I don't feel like Castano is that easy work for Charlo. I feel like it's gonna be I'm not gonna say like he's gonna win, but I feel like it'll be a hard fight for Charlo. I feel like it'll be
a hard fight for Charlo.
It's in comparison to Jamal fighting Derevyanchenko. That's how they comparing the Castano fight with Jamel. They saying Castano to Jamel is the same as Derevyanchenko to Jamal. And in some instances, I get it, but didn't Castano beat Derevyanchenko in amateur? Last time I checked,
I think he did. He did.
He beat Derevyanchenko and Errol
right.
Spence.
So
and he beat Spence.
Right, and I think the dude is more of a threat. I honestly feel that. I mean, I talk my little trash about PBC, but at the same time, because I did think that Jamel versus Teixeira was like a gimme fight for Jamel. I was like, dude, don't got no pop. He just fought one of the hardest punchers in the division, and you finna put him against this pillar. That's easy work. But when I seen that they put the Teixeira versus Castano fight, I knew Castano was gonna win the fight. I thought he was gonna stop Teixeira, but it went the whole 12, which lets me kind of wonder, because he can't fight Jamel with that type of pressure. He gonna get caught with something, and it's gonna be some shit. That's what I think.
Sorry to cut you off. I get you 100%. The difference with to go to your first point, the difference with Derevyanchenko and Jamel and Castano was Jamal has significantly better feet than Jamel. He has significantly better feet than Jamal. I'm talking about in and out range. Castano has significantly faster feet than Derevyanchenko, especially in terms of angles. If you look at what Derevyanchenko does, whilst he gives pressure, it's straight line pressure. Whereas Castano, he kind of edges up and then explodes, which is very good because wherever you step, he's always like 2-3 steps ahead because he creates the space for him to move into. So me personally, yes, I feel like Jamel, in terms of boxing skills, he's gonna have to think a lot. Castano's gonna have to think a lot about how he's not getting open effectively. But I feel like what Jamel will have to think about is that Castano
is a person who can easily nick or edge around because of how active he is on the inside. And I just hope Jamel is not so reckless in exchanging, because if he is, yeah, he probably has the more single punch power. But if someone's landing 3s and 4s and 5s and they're used to getting hit, that's the difference. Jamel's not used to getting hit on the inside. Like Castano is his war of he's battle hardened. Jamel isn't really battle hardened. He's used to being the best, the more skillful fighter and having a fight at that pace. Castano's used to chasing fighters down, so he's much more battle hardened when the fight gets rough. The question is, how does Jamel respond to that? Because you look at his fight, who has he actually fought that's willing to put in the middle and stand in the trenches and war with? And that's the question that I ask. I'm not saying he's going to lose or anything. I'm just asking that question.
Well, let me get at that real quick before I let Vlog go. Castano and Jamel Charlo. The main thing for Jamel Charlo, he got to check his pride at the door. He got to check his pride at the door, man. Like if he walks into that fight thinking he just gonna go blow for blow, shot for shot with Castano, not saying he can't win that way, but he gonna make that fight a lot more difficult than what it has to be. And Jamel Charlo's gonna have to do the one thing in this fight that he probably hasn't done in his whole career, is make somebody pay an admission fee for walking in that front door. He gonna have to make Castano think before he come walking up in that front door. Because if you don't make Castano think about him walking through that front door, Castano, he's gonna pivot to the left. He gonna get to a spot. He gonna pivot to the right. He gonna get to a spot. So it's gonna be very important for Jamel Charlo to meet him at least with a jab or a 1-2 before Castano gets on the inside, to make things a little bit easier for him. This is a true test for Jamel Charlo from a style perspective. It's not even like fighter versus fighter. It's style versus style in this fight. Castano was different than any other fighter Jamel Charlo has faced. Like, he's different than Tony Harrison. He's different than every other guy that he's fought. Even with Tony Harrison won a lot of rounds in that second fight with Jamel Charlo. Like, Tony Harrison was putting in work.
Yeah, not to cut you off.
Go ahead, bro.
Castano hit harder. I'm gonna let you go. I just want to say that Castano hits harder than Tony Harrison.
Yes, he does. He hits harder than Tony Harrison, and it's more volume. It's more volume, and the more you punch, more of a chance you're gonna land your shots. So, and to be honest with you, I haven't seen Jamel really hurt in the ring. Like, I haven't really seen him rocked in a fight. Like, this could be one of them fights he might end up getting rocked at some point during this fight, because Castano can crack. Like, for sure.
Castano, this is the thing, because people forget that Castano is a aggressive fighter who doesn't really get hurt that much. Like, even in the Teixeira fight, not at one stage, and Teixeira can crack. Not at one stage did he look hurt. Not, and he got hit with shots, and he just walked through them. So that's why when you say you've got to make Castano pay that admission fee, that's probably more important than anything else.
Yeah, hey, you want to get in on this, bro?
Man, I'm sitting here watching y'all act like this boy gonna pull off this victory. I don't see it. I'm just telling you, you talking about one of the pound for pound, dude in the top 5 pound for pound fighters right now in the game. So, and he an undisputed champ. He has all the tools to win this fight against Castano. Pivot, counter punch, more accurate as a puncher. And he has the edge because Castano really has to come in there and take the title, meaning probably go for the KO. Going for the KO gets you in trouble with a dude that can bang a little bit in Jamel.
But Castano is a champ too. Jamel is unified. He'll be, if he beat Castano, he'll be the first undisputed champion at light middleweight since Winky Wright. So, I mean, Castano is still a champion in his own right. I just wanted to make that statement. Yeah. Go ahead, Shane.
Yeah, I was gonna say to Blunt, you said he has all the attributes. Does he have better feet than Castano? That's my question to you. Does he have better feet?
I think his footwork got him the KO in the Tony Harrison fight, because Tony Harrison had better footwork going into that second fight, being a better traditional boxer, 1-2.
Tony was stupid, though,
But you got to remember, footwork isn't just about back foot; it's about front foot. So how good is his back foot in comparison to Castano's front foot? Because Castano doesn't struggle to get into range. I don't remember ever seeing a fight. And I'll be honest, I think Lara has better footwork than Charlo. And Castano did not struggle to get on the inside against Lara.
And another thing with Castano is fast feet beat fast hands. And we don't know if Jermell Charlo got good feet. We ain't seen him utilize that in really none of his fights. He got good movement. He can move. He got good movement. He can move around. He got good ring generalship. But how is he going to do with a guy that's going to advance in a Joe Frazier-esque, I ain't not fully, but Joe Frazier-esque way, and he got decent feet to where he could still stay in the pocket, and he's willing to take some shit. And Castano is now what I have a gripe with Castano is what can he do off the back foot? Because I do think Jermell has the pop to put Castano on the back foot, but how will Castano respond if on the back foot? And I do think if Castano gets put down, he gets knocked down, it's not gonna change his game. That Argentinian motherfucker he gonna still keep coming, he gonna still keep pressing, he gonna still fight his fight. So I think Jermell is gonna have to deal with a guy who don't care about like what we wanted to see or what we thought we was gonna see with Rosario. I think we're gonna get with Castano. That's what
I agree.
Yeah, Vlog, let me get in here real quick and I'm gonna let you cook. As far as your comment in regards to Jermell Charlo beat Tony Harrison with defeat in the second fight, I don't agree with that. Tony Harrison got real dumb. He got real dumb later on in that fight, and he gave Jermell Charlo too many opportunities in that fight. But mid rounds, I mean, Tony Harrison was really doing his thing, and Tony Harrison's not known for the footwork. He's known for the jab and the ring generalship. So that's where he was beating Jermell Charlo at. In terms of Jermell Charlo and his footwork, he has good movement, like DT3 was saying. He has good movement going around the ring, controlling distance, things like that. What we haven't seen from Jermell is him moving in the pocket. Like, it's one thing for you to have movement and ring generalship. Is a whole nother ball game when you got to pivot in and out in the pocket and still be judging distance in the pocket. He's gonna have to do that in this fight against Castano. And it's a situation with Jermell Charlo where is Jermell Charlo the favorite? Yes, he's the favorite. Yes, he's the favorite. They're both champions. But if I had to say, Jermell Charlo's gonna have to make more adjustments than Castano. Only thing Castano has to do is basically make sure he's on the front foot. If he's on the front foot, he's fine. If he gets beat, he gets beat. Jermell is going to have to make about 3-4 adjustments in this fight. He going to have to show us our foot. He's going to have to show us our footwork in the pocket. He's going to have to show that in the pocket. Number 2, he's going to have to pot shot. He's going to have to pot shot Castano before he gets on the inside. And then he has to build his way up to be the aggressor in this fight. Castano's coming for him early. Jermell Charlo going to have to set the tone early, and then towards the back half of the fight, he's going to have to put Castano on his back foot towards the back half of the fight. He's not going to be able to do it in the front half.
I got a comparison for you, Jeff, and this is probably the best comparison I can think of because of the coaches and the coaching style, which is probably in line with DT3 as well. Sean Porter versus Errol Spence. I see it being very similar to that, where you got a guy who's very aggressive in the first half of the fight, and another person who, I wouldn't say he doesn't have the footwork, but he's just a lot more used to moving his upper body and his head and his hands instead of his actual feet itself. And I just feel like being overwhelmed with pressure in the first half of the fight, and then having to gain someone's respect, like DT3 said, you have to gain his respect to get him going backward, and that's what Errol done, and that's what Charlo's gonna have to do.
That's a great example, because Errol Spence had to build his way up to get Porter to back up. And to be honest with you, he really didn't even make Sean Porter back up. He really just met him. He met him at the point of attack. And in the first half of that fight with Sean Porter and Errol Spence was backing up for the first time in his career because he couldn't he had a hard time judging the timing of Sean Porter. So it took him time. Jamel's gonna have to make those same adjustments. DC3, go ahead and then Vlog, you jump in.
No, I mean mainly he gonna have to make the same adjustments in a sense because Castano is just gonna come.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's not gonna wait for him to figure anything out. He's just gonna come. Soon as round one, ding, Castano. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Round one, ding, you're gonna see Castano going forth, and Jamal is gonna go left or right. Mark my words. Watch when that fight happens. Round one, Castano is gonna go forward. Jamal is not gonna meet him in the middle. He's either gonna go left or he's gonna go right. Yep. One of those two. And that's how it's gonna go between the round one, now maybe round 1 to 2. And I think if Jamal is smart enough to make the adjustments, then I think he can probably put him on his ass. But I just think Castano's work rate will be a telltale too in the fight. Because Jamel don't got no work rate. He don't. He's not a combination puncher. Neither is his brother. In a sense, he counters. He's a counter puncher, a good, hard, single shot puncher because he got popped. But I think what is going to be is what y'all was saying in the sense of him getting mentally discouraged. Because if Castano takes Jamel's punches, or if he is able to get hit by Jamel and respond and still keep coming, that may discourage Jamel. And Jamel may make some mistakes.
That's a good point. That's a real good point.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? He may make some mistakes because Jamel, the Charlo brothers as a whole, and the thing is, I don't say this to knock them. I'm just saying mentally, and as a trainer, I'm looking at that, and I'm a guy that study Customato. I'm about the mental and the emotions of a guy. And emotionally, these dudes is unstable. You get them in their feelings, it's over. You can get them to overcommit to their punches. You can get them to start swinging wildly. All that you can get in there.
In the Tony Harrison fight. We saw that in the Harrison fight.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah.
I mean, I think if Castano is able to do that, because I don't think Castano gonna shit talk at all to build up the fight. I think it's all gonna be Jamel doing all promoting the whole fight and all shit. But I think in the fight, I think Castano is going to get in his head with that body work early, with that constant pressure, not relenting no matter what Jamel do to him. I think 3rd, 4th round, maybe even the 6th or 7th, depending on how it go, Jamel might break and Castano may go for it, and then you may see Castano edging out on the SD. But and this is my last point, if Jamel is able to put Castano on his ass 1 or 2 times in the fight, regardless of what Castano do, Jamel will win that fight via SD. Mark my words, come back and see this. And I'm telling you, even if Castano is winning rounds via visual, if Jamel Charlo knocks Castano down either once or twice, Jamel will either get a draw or a split decision victory. Promise you.
All right, Vlog, go ahead, bro. Do your thing.
I see Jamel stopping the man 8th round. Because Castano punches a lot, but he's not an accurate puncher. So when you throw a lot of punches, you're going to be open for a perfect counter punch. And the Charlos, which y'all just said, ain't combination punchers. Yeah, they put it all into one shot, and they could get you out of there. You seen what happened when he went after Harrison. He hit him with that one uppercut, and it was a wrap. It only takes one punch. And if you got a guy that's so aggressive and so defensively minded, he's going to be subject to that one sucker punch. And then your guy just said 1 or 2 knockdowns get you the fight. And you're the champ, or the heavier champ, the more title champ coming into the fight. So I just give him I see stoppage. I don't see Castano, because the Castano that fought Textera, I think he should have got rid of Textera, because Textera is not a banger. And a dude that's subject to get bloody.
No, Teixeira is a banger. Teixeira is a banger. That's what he's known.
I mean, when I say a banger, like he's not somebody that's known for KOing people like that. He's somebody that has volume punches. So you're fighting a guy that you couldn't get rid of. That has no defense. So you're gonna go in there and tell me everything he's bringing to the table is enough to stop a guy we know that has some defense, has a sturdy chin, and can hit you with that single counter punch shot. I don't see how y'all believe that. The pace. I understand y'all saying about Castano's movement, his volume, good footwork, but his upper body defense is suspect, my dude. He is not a good head mover. He doesn't carry shots. He will eat what you're taking. You don't want to keep eating shots from a Charlo. That's just something you don't want to do.
My question to you, Blunt. Before you
hold on. Shane, let me get in the comments real quick, and then I'm gonna let you cook. My boy Blaze, Philly 215. Your boy is here. Che, what's going on, player? Once again, the Charlo brothers fighting another fight I do not even care about. Bro, I got a question to you on that because this is a damn good fight. Jalik the leader, Jalik, my boy. What's going on? Salute to Jalik. He said if Castano has a chin versus Jamel, he's gonna be interested. I got Jamel winning. My boy Will Stokes in the building said, but will the fight even happen though with the PBC not recognizing the WBO? I'm gonna get to that in a second. I'll address that. I'll definitely address that because that's not they acknowledge it when they want to. I'll get to that in a second. DT3, D Hodges. What's going on, D Hodges? What's up with you? Shane, go ahead and ask Vlog your question, bro.
So this is the point, and this is someone said it in the comments. I don't know who said it, but we've never ever seen, because for someone who's so aggressive, we've never seen Castano hurt. We've never seen him hurt. We've never seen like someone hit him and discourage him. So for me to visualize this guy getting stopped, it's very difficult when I've never even seen him hurt. Like he just takes punches like nothing, and we can say that he has Teixeira can hit hard because in his last fight when he fought Adames, he was getting cooked in that fight, and he just relied on that one single that dropped Adames, and Adames has never been down, and Teixeira dropped him, and he dropped him heavy. So for Castano to walk through all Teixeira's punches and everything he got hit with, he just disregarded it. Now I'm not saying that Teixeira hits harder than Charlo or vice versa. All I'm saying is for a guy to disregard what you're throwing at him, he's got to have some form of chin. I'm not gonna lie, he has to have something.
Let me add to that real quick, and then Vlog, you can go ahead and respond. The main thing with Castano, it's very hard for somebody to fight Erislandy Lara, and I thought you clearly won the fight. It's one thing that I thought Castano beat Erislandy Lara, but I think like Erislandy Lara got diffused in that fight. You know, he's very efficient offensively. For Castano to go in there and did what he did against Erislandy Lara, and Erislandy Lara he's the ultimate tactician inside of the ring, and a southpaw on top of that. That's what I'm saying with Jamel. Again, Jamel is the favorite, but Jamel is gonna have to show more things in this fight than Castano does. Castano is just gonna go in and fight his fight, and if he can take Jamel's shots, then Jamel gonna have a problem. Jamel is gonna have a big problem because he doesn't throw 2s and 3s.
You just answered the question, bro. You just said he's going to have to do more things. He has the ability to do more things. He's the better athlete, the better boxer, just the better all-around fighter, bro. He has heavier hands than Castano. In his past fights, I've seen him hurt people way more in the few fights I've seen Castano fight. I haven't seen him as much as Jamel, obviously. PBC, we've been hearing in America, him not being that active on the state cards like that. You know what I mean? But still, I've seen a couple of Castano fights. I just don't see him eating that Charlo power, especially because he opens up. So that's taking away from his defense. He, like you said, he takes a lot of punches because he has a good chin. He's going to take the wrong punch against Charlo, and he's not going to get up.
Right, but you saying that, you just went to my point. If Castano can take Jamel Charlo's shot, Jamel gonna have problems. He gonna have problems, and that's probably the key in this fight. Can Castano take Jamel's punch? If Castano can't take Jamel's punch, then Jamel, I could see him knocking Castano out 8th, 9th, 10th round. I could see that. But if Castano is taking Jamel's shots and he's not going nowhere, yeah, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. And the thing is, let me add this real quick before you go, Vlog. Let me add this real quick. When you're in a unification fight, you don't want to put all your chips in the basket of just landing a single to get your guy in trouble.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? Like Castano is very good at winning rounds.
See, when you saying he that's they plan, that's not they plan. That's just how they fights work out. They always get one of them money shots in to change a fight around. It happens for both the brothers. They land that one shot in the third, somewhere in the fourth, once they get time and in distance, right? They don't always throw home run shots every time they're exchanging with a fighter. We know this because that you would burn yourself out by the fifth round.
But they don't throw in volume neither. They don't throw in volume neither, and that's my point. They don't throw in volume neither, so they're giving themselves less of an opportunity to land the money shot. They just been getting the money shot landed. That's my point. With Castano, he's gonna have opportunities. What I'm saying is, for him to get to the point of getting a knockdown or a knockout, he's gonna have to throw more shots than what he's usually throwing.
The problem.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Vlog. I'm not disagreeing with you. Go ahead, Shane.
This is the problem, Jeff, and everybody can relate to this. When you're going into a fight and you know you have to knock someone out or get their respect, it's different if it comes natural. The reason why that is different is because everybody knows Castano's going to outwork Charlo. It's just whether Charlo can put something on Castano that's going to stop him coming forward. That's the problem, because Charlo's going to be looking at it like, as soon as I hit him with something, he's going to stop coming forward. That's what Charlo's going to look at it like. But what if that doesn't happen? Because if Castano keeps coming forward, there's no way Charlo's going to meet him in the middle and trade off. There's no way that will happen. So unless Charlo's going to try and run around the ring and do Muhammad Ali impression, and if he does that, I think we will struggle, because Lara tried to do that and Lara struggled. And we know how quick Lara's feet is. So I just feel like it's going to be hard because...
This is a great fight, man. This is a great fight. DT3, get in here real quick, player.
Well, I was going to cook on was what I learned from sparring and fighting is, once you get hit with that first good punch, you start moving your head. You're gonna start you're gonna start fighting a little bit. You're gonna start doing a little bit more. And I think Castano is, once he feel that, he's gonna be like, okay, I can't. And for every one punch that Charlo throw, and he's gonna miss. Please believe he gonna miss some shots. For every one punch he throw, or even if he decides to throw that right and finish with the left, for every one or two punches, Castano is gonna go throw 2, 3, and 4. So when Charlo throw that one, Castano is coming back with that uppercut left hook, or the uppercut left hook straight down the middle. And then when Charlo try to come back with something, Castano's still gonna come back with 2 or 3 more punches. You got to understand that's gonna tire Jermell out. I mean, even though he's a well-conditioned athlete, but that's pressure. And people be underestimating that pressure. That triple G pressure is a motherfucker. I don't give a damn if that he taking all them punches all day long. This motherfucker, his jab feel like a right hand. You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up.
Yeah.
The way
Shane, hold on.
The way
hold on. Let Vlog fight. Shane, hold on. Let Vlog cook real quick, and then I gotta get to the comments. We got a bunch of them.
Yeah, check this out. I understand what y'all saying. So when y'all say he gonna come forward, with Jamal having some athleticism and being blessed, I believe he's gonna get a little bit of that Pernell type sort of suck you in, boom, counter off you, move. He can win a boxing match. He does not have to win a toe-to-toe fight to remain the unified, as y'all want to say. I recognize him as the undisputed. He got 4 of the major belts. You undisputed champ. You know what I mean? The WBO ain't been around long enough to even want to pull a claim to fame. You sound like a BBC guy, man. I'm just saying,
you sound like a BBC dude, my guy.
WBC, WBA.
In America don't mean like
somebody withholding the IBO belt, and you like, well, I got the IBO belt, so you're not the undisputed champ. Like, come on, my dude.
It ain't the same, bro.
Ain't the same.
Hold on, let me get to the comments real quick.
I'm an older nigga, man. Y'all young niggas, y'all like that IBO, IBWBF, FF, and
hold
all
on,
these
hey, hold on.
as organizations.
Hold on.
I don't
Before
recognize shit.
before I get to the
WBC,
comments,
WBA.
hold on. Before I get to the comments, it's always been WBA, WBC, WBO, IBF. Am I tripping?
Up at it,
Are
bro,
those
since
four main
2000.
sanctioning? Hold on.
Since 2000.
Are those the four main sanctioning bodies? In order for you to be undisputed, you got to have all four. Am I correct?
Of course.
That's throughout boxing history. Am I correct?
Well,
GT3, am I correct?
No, since 2000. Since 2000. Since 2000. Since 2000. Before that, it was since the WBO's only been a major title since 2000.
Right, but nobody talked about the WBO not being relevant until the PBC started talking about that. That's a fact. Am I correct?
Of course, but this is the thing. The reason why.
How you gonna say PBC? I'm not with the PBC.
You sound like the PBC right now.
But to keep it real, the reason why that comment doesn't make sense is because sometimes the best fighter in the division only has the WBO belt. So how does that work out? Like sometimes the best fighter in the division only.
You talking about Bud? Are you talking about Bud?
No, but not even just Bud. But when Loma first moved up to 135, when he was considered, I'm not saying he was, but when he was considered the best, before he fought Luke Campbell, he only had the WBO. When he beat Linares, it was for the WBO belt. He was considered the best, and he only had the WBO. So that happened. That does happen. Usyk, when Usyk was at cruiserweight, he only had the WBO before he won the other one, and he was still considered the best. So you can't dispel that belt.
Hold on. Let me get to the comments real quick, fellas, and then I'm gonna let y'all cook. Jalik the leader, he said Jermell chin and stamina is nice, but his accuracy isn't the best. I'm gonna get to that in a moment. I'm gonna cook on that. Blaze Philly 215. I'm still waiting for the Charlo brothers to fight someone that's on their level. I'm sorry they have not impressed me with their resume. I'm gonna get to that. Can I get to both of them? I gotta get it both of them. Hold on. I gotta get it. I gotta cook on both of them. Going back to Jalik, he said Jamel chin and stamina is nice, but his accuracy isn't the best. His chin, he has a good chin. His stamina, he has good stamina. His accuracy, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. He doesn't throw enough shots to really show how accurate he is. Like, he's economical with the punches, but he can be economical with the punches because, like Vlog says, he catches a guy with that money shot and he's flurrying at that point. He's too economical with the punches as far as I'm concerned. So I'm not going to sit up here and say Jermell is not accurate. I just don't think he throws enough. I think he has opportunities to throw more punches and he just doesn't. You know what I'm saying? So let me get the Blaze Philly 215 real quick and then I'm going to let y'all cook. I'm still waiting for the Charlo brothers to fight someone that's on their level. I'm sorry, but I'm not impressed with their resume. I disagree with that because when I'm gonna go with Big Charlo first. I'm gonna go with 160 Charlo. When he fought J-Rock was the favorite in a lot of people's eyes, and people were saying Jamal Charlo was ducking for about a year. Am I correct on that? That's a fact.
I was going to cook on that too here, but go ahead, G5. I was going to cook on that too.
Okay, so that was a good win. And then Sergey Derevianchenko, a lot of people felt like that was a 50-50 fight going in. Am I correct on that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so those are quality opponents for Jamal. Now, Jermell, even Korobov was a good win. So I kind of disagree with Blaze Philly 215 as far as Big Charlo. Now, as far as Jermell, let's be clear, he wasn't supposed to have the difficulty that he had with Tony Harrison. Let's be clear on that. He was the favorite, and he was not supposed to have those difficulties with Tony Harrison. Now, Tony Harrison's a good win. He's coming off of a unification fight. 154 is one of them divisions where it's just a bunch of dudes all around the same area. It's a bunch of B guys. You know what I'm saying? And you can say Jermell is at the top at 154. But I would like to see if Jermell can get this Castano win, that solidifies the resume as far as I'm concerned, because that's how highly I think of Castano.
run through them quickly because there's a lot and you want to get through all of them. Just run through them.
Okay.
Run through them.
All right, let me get through them real quick, and then DC3, I'm gonna let you cook, okay? Hold on. Usually 215, I totally agree that they aren't mentally strong. If you get inside their head while they're in the ring, they make mistakes. That's true. Hold on a second. My man L Dub, what's good? What's good with you, bro? Will Stokes.
Hold on. Hey, hold on. Let me hit that one real quick. Now, when y'all say they're not mentally strong, what if that is their clique? What if that y'all say is a weakness is actually their strength? Like, I need somebody to piss me off to go ahead and open up, to get, you know what I mean? To change what y'all see as a deficiency into a positive. What if it's that way?
Well, DC3, you want to touch on that since you train guys and all of that? You want to touch on that real quick?
I could use that against you. You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm gonna talk, like I said, y'all. I studied Customato. I study all trainers. I studied Customato and Roger and Floyd Mayweather Sr. a lot, along with other Thai trainers and shit. But I really study Customato. That's my foundation as a trainer is Customato. And Customato is very big on the mind, the way you think, the way you operate. That could tell you a whole lot about a fighter more so than how he fights and his skill set and everything. And I look at the Charlo brothers and them niggas is nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, on some like real talk shit, like them niggas is nuts. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know, and they're arrogant, they cocky, they believe in themselves too much. I can take all that and use it against them and say, hey, Castano, we finna go to Philly. And we finna get our Joe Frazier head game up. We finna keep you in the pocket because once he starts feeling them body shots, and he's not hitting you the way he want to hit you, he gonna get frustrated because he's not used to that. That's not the fight that he expects to happen. He expected you to get caught with something and you not getting caught with that shit. Or when he actually do hit you with something, it don't move you. Or when it do move you, you still keep coming on the front foot. He can't keep you on the back foot. That's gonna frustrate him. He's not used to that. He ain't used to dealing with that. And also, like I said prior, Castano hits harder than Tony Harrison. So he gonna hit his punches is gonna have a little more validity to him than what he was technically used to. So I got this dude that's hitting me harder than I'm used to. I got this dude that's giving me more pressure and hitting me in places that I'm not used to on a consistent basis. That's gonna frustrate him. That'll frustrate any fighter. And a fighter of Charlo's mindset, he gonna start throwing shit reckless, making mistakes. When you start making mistakes, you gonna start making pay for that shit. He gonna start swinging wildly, catching with some shit every time, whether if it's a body shot or a head shot. And you can get the Charlos like that, both of them. Only reason why I say Jamal is one of the hardest ones to deal with, in the sense, I think Jamal's skill set, he better. I think Jamal's skill is good. I just think he hit harder. Jamal got pop. You know what I'm saying? But I think that Jamal got the skills, but I think you can frustrate both of them if they're not hitting you the way they want to. Once you get them in that place, it's over. It's over with.
Go, Jeff, keep going for the phone.
Okay, hold on a second, y'all. Hey, vlog, respond to that, bro.
Hold on, bro. Somebody said they backstage. Who is L Dub?
Hold on, I'm messaging him right now because they say his devices is not connected. Hold on.
What's it called? Just jumped out. So Jeff, the reason I'm saying to get through the comments is because when you have to stop through the comments, if you run through them quickly, you don't have to keep like stopping the build.
Hey, they good comments though. People want to jump in on them. Hold on. Blaze Philly 215. That's the problem with boxing. There's way too many champions. Yeah, for the most part, that's true. This conversation, I mean, we actually talking about real champions. Will Stokes, Loma versus Linares was for the WBA, Shane, but your point is still valid. That was saying, hold on a second, y'all. No, vlog trying to get back in here, but it's saying that it says your guests will need to connect. You say your guests will need to connect their mic or cam before you can add them to the stream. L Dub is doing the same thing.
DT3 just jumped out as well.
Yeah. I don't know why it's doing. I don't know why it's doing that. Hold on, y'all.
It's not just there. It's
I don't know why it's. I don't know why it's doing that. Hey, vlog, if you listening, come out and come back in again. L Dub, come out and come back in again. I don't know why it's doing that, bro. I don't know why it's doing that. Everybody, I've been adding people and jumping people in with no problem. Is my camera still flickering?
No, it's good. It's good.
All right. Let me get through the comments while we get all that going. Delete the leader. Jamel by KO in a great fight. Castano got the pit bull style. If Castano was southpaw and had defense like Nicolino Luce, I would give him a chance. Anybody that knows Nicolino Luce is a hardcore fan, so big shout out to Jalik for that. But yeah, I mean, I could see Jamel getting a late knockout, late stoppage. I can see it, but this is a fight, man. Like, people are dismissing Castano. Like, they just haven't seen Castano fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, they haven't really seen Castano fight. So, but I can see that, Jalik, for sure. Blaze Philly 215, man. J-Rock ain't shit and never been shit to me. We got a new one in here. John Manziel. What's going on? All right, vlog, you back. Give me a second, bro. John Manziel, definitely welcome to the channel. This is my first time seeing you. If you've been on here before, you know, my bad for not recognizing your name. Definitely subscribe to me. Subscribe to Boxing First Vlog. Tim Tszyu, not to be slept on at 154. I agree with that 100%. I think Tim Tszyu going to be a problem. He's definitely going to be a problem. D-High just shouting out L Dub. We got to figure out what's going on with L Dub. We got Vlog back in here, but for some reason we having some connection problems with L Dub. So hopefully he'll be able to get in here.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you good, bro. Jamel is emotional, but he's mentally strong. He don't run from no smoke. Let me get to that for a second. I think it's good for you to show emotion in a fight. It's just you can't get reckless with the emotion. Like, usually throwing your emotions around in a fight will get you hurt against a counterpuncher. The good thing that Jamel got going for himself is that Castano is not a counterpuncher. So if he's gonna lose his cool, like, this is a fight where he could possibly get away with it, but he gonna have to outgun Castano. Like, he gonna have to beat Castano with his brain. You know what I'm saying? Boxing IQ. Let me get through these real quick. D Hodges, Lil Charlo's resume is good and he's unified. Jamel don't have a bad resume at all. Like, he don't have a bad resume at all. Blaze Philly 215. That's exactly how Charlo lost to that cat from Detroit, because the dude was in his head the entire first fight and damn near won the second fight if he didn't KO him. Vlog, I'm interested to see your response to that. Vlog, I'm gonna let you cook on that.
I mean, he kind of got a point. Harrison did play some good mental tricks, but he, in the first fight, it didn't work for the second fight, because as you can see, he just did his thing. He waited for the knockout to come, and it presented itself, and he dispatched him. The first fight, I thought he got reckless. He ate some decent counter punches, and I could see them giving it to Harrison. I can't really argue and say, well, damn, he didn't earn a victory. So with the second fight, the mental games didn't seem to affect Jamel Charlo's coming forward, sticking to their game plan, not catching a bad one from the aggressive Harrison in the second fight, because Harrison thought, look, I'm going to just come forward, I'm going to hit hard. And he was banging hard in that second fight. I thought he was hitting him harder in the second fight than he was in the first fight. But Jamel being tough, solid, he just weathered the storm, and eventually he got that money shot off, and it's a wrap, man. He tends to do that in his last few championship upgrading fights. He seems to be able to get that punch home, and it's a wrap for most of these cats. So, and like y'all said, 154 is slaughtered with a bunch of B-level dudes. I don't foresee a Tim Tszyu contest with Jamel before he moves up, because both of them going to move up here in the next year or two. So I don't see them even probably meeting at 154. Maybe 160.
Vlog, hold on a second. L-Dub, turn your mic or your cam on so I can get you in here. It's saying your device is not connected. Turn your mic.
He gotta have a headpiece. Unless he's on a what's the name, like the youngster? A laptop. You gotta have a headpiece, because I'm on a tablet right now.
Yeah, I don't know if he's on. Yeah, I don't know if he's on a phone or a tablet. I just need for him to turn his mic and his cam on, because he's popping up. But what's happening is it's telling for him to turn his mic and his cam on so I can get him in. So L-Dub,
look, bro, this is it. It's gonna tell you to go through your Google setting and switch it. But while you're on here, it's going to kick us back to the original come in with your own mic, headset type of thing.
Right. So grab some headphones or something so we can get you up in here.
Hey, but hey, I know we've been on this Charlo for a minute, bro. I wanted to slide into a topic and throw something out here. And I just asked a general question. We got the Boxing Nation in the building. Your boy was talking hypothetically that.
Jeff, wait.
Get through the comments real quick.
And then let him finish the comments. And
let me get through the comments real quick, bro. And we can, and I'll let you cook up. He says, "Man, what do I need to get on?" I don't know if you on the phone or on a tablet or a laptop. The link is in the description. Blaze Philly 215. So just click on the link and then just make sure your mic and your cam on. I'll let you in for sure. John Manziel says Jamel needed a shady water bottle for the second fight against Harrison. Rosario took an apparent dive in that other fight. Hold on. Vlog, I know you want to cook on that. And I want to actually get Vlog.
I'm gonna let John stay in his feelings. And, you know what I mean? I don't even want to touch that one. I understand.
Hold on. Let me get through these last two. John said, appreciate you, fellas. Appreciate you, brother. I'm subbed up. Lubin is still a player at 154. Okay, hold on. Let me give Vlog his compliment first, because I know anybody that knows me and knows BoxingFirst Vlog, there's a chance me and him might go at it when it comes down to a boxing topic. But let me give him his props on this one. Jamel Charlo fought Tony Harrison the first time. I was on the phone with Vlog pretty much for most of the fight. Vlog was the only person that hit me up and said, yo, I think Charlo won that fight. I think Harrison won that fight. Vlog was the only person to tell me that before Teddy Atlas and all them. Before Teddy Atlas and all them said it like the next day. Vlog, am I correct?
Yeah, I remember that fight well.
We got my boy Blaze Philly 215 in the building. What's up with you?
What's good, sis?
I had to jump in on this one, man. I'm off today, so I'm here.
Okay. Hold on. Hey, Vlog, you sure you don't want to jump on this one, man? You sure you don't want to?
Nah, man. I mean,
Blunt has a topic.
You got a topic. Go ahead. Rock with your topic, bro.
Your boy Andre Ward said Canelo can't beat him. If they fought right now, who y'all got?
Canelo.
I got Andre.
And you know Ward to stay in shape. So it would be nothing for him to 6 weeks to get ready. Who y'all got?
Canelo.
What? Really?
Canelo. Hold on. Hey, hold on. Shane. All right. Now, Vlog, who you got?
I got SOG, baby. Come on now. Town business, baby.
So, all right, Blaze Philly 215. You said you got Dre, right?
All day, man.
Okay. Shane, I got Dre too. So it's on you, brother. You gonna have to.
I don't
Go
mind
ahead.
that. Personally, Andre Ward is one of my favorite fighters of all time. That's point blank period. But this is the guy he hasn't fought since 2017 or I think it's 2017.
Oh, we talking about in their prime or right now?
We're talking about now.
Right now, bro. Right now.
You talking about right now?
Andre. I still take Andre.
He said right now. This is his words. I brought it up because this is Andre Ward's words, and I just wanted to ask my fellow boxing folks what they thought. He said right now Canelo can't beat him.
Oh, so Ward said he'll come out of retirement right now and beat Canelo right now.
He didn't say nothing about coming out. They didn't.
No, I'm saying
he didn't go there when he got asked the question. He just asked him right now, can Canelo beat you? He said no.
No, I don't believe so either. I'm gonna go with that.
Right. So if he, so that's what I'm saying.
Somebody from it's a bad, what is it, bad left hook or something like that. It was one of their stories. You know, one of them old mainstream like Jones. So I was reading a little bit, and I just thought it very interesting.
So we're not talking about in their prime. We talking about right now.
Yeah, right now.
He said right now.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Shane.
As I was saying, in their prime, I pick Andre Ward every day. But we're talking about right now. We're talking about Andre Ward, who for the past, let's say, for his past 3 fights, he's been a come forward fighter. So he's going to be a come forward fight against Canelo, who's in his prime. He probably has one of the best punch varieties in the sport right now. And he runs the game. He's running the game. He's in his prime. I don't see how he loses. I can't see it.
Hold on. Hey, Blaze Philly 215. Go ahead and cook up, bro.
I'm gonna say this, man. Andre got mad good ring general. Like he know how to maneuver around that ring. He know how to time his punches. And once he figure you out, he'll tell you this himself. Once he figure you out, it's over. You're not beating him. And Canelo, he still got them slow feet to me, man. He can move.
100%. You're right.
He just got them slow feet to me, and his defense is a lot better than what it used to be, but it's still not there. And I'm still waiting for him. I mean, the only challenge I ever seen Canelo really take was that Triple G fight. And the first one I gave to Triple G, the second one I gave to Canelo. And I'm just not there with Canelo yet, man. I'm not. I know. Ever since that Mayweather fight, ever since he got exposed by Mayweather, I just not been that Canelo boy.
Hold on, vlog. So you think Ward can beat Canelo right now?
Right now, because Ward has diversity to his game. Even at this age, he stays in the gym. He's still managing fighters, so you know he's around these cats. Just look at him in tip-top shape. You know, I mean, it ain't 10 years since he's been out, and we expect him to take a while to get back right. It wouldn't take the man but a couple months, trust me, to get him true fighting shape, to get some real good sparring in.
That's not timing. That's not speed.
Let me add this last thing. He doesn't have the wear and tear. Remember, you said he's been out about 2-3 years, right? So going on 4 years.
2 years.
He don't have wear and tear. So he can bounce back for a super fight like that and possibly pull it off. I think win flat out, even 12-round unanimous decision.
Let me get in here real quick.
Because he could win a boxing match. Now, will he get caught?
Let me say this
he
real quick.
He will get caught by Canelo. The thing is, can that chin still stand up?
Before he fought Kovalov, he fought somebody else. And before that, wasn't he?
Sullivan
Barrera.
Yeah, Barrera. He beat him down. Wasn't he injured for like 2 years with his shoulder before that? Because he didn't have a fight before then, I don't believe.
No, he was out of the ring for because he wasn't just his injury, he had promotional issues.
Promotional problems too. Yeah, you're right.
So,
right.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, I gotta answer this question, bro.
Nothing changed. So I can't go with that. He's been off too long, so I can't really go with that.
All right, as far as this Canelo Ward thing, I got a 2-part answer to it. If Ward comes back and he can get a tune-up, or maybe even 2, then I like him over Canelo. But if we talking Drake fresh off the couch, hell no.
I mean, I can see that.
Fresh off the couch.
I've seen him come off the couch.
A warm up or 2, I'll give it to Drake.
You know what this remind me of? This remind me of how everybody felt about B-Hop going up against Kelly Pavlik. Everybody thought Kelly Pavlik was going to wipe the floor with B-Hop. And the OG came in there and OG'd.
B-Hop was busy though. B-Hop was busy. He had no layoff.
He used his mental skills.
My point being though, he had wear and tear that Kelly Pavlik should have been able, a younger fighter, been able to take advantage of.
But I thought B-Hop was going to win that fight. I thought he was going to.
Hold on.
The fight, I didn't think he was going to win that fight. I'll be
honest.
No,
I'm on this live right now. Let me. I'm gonna have to call you back.
The thing, yeah.
It was a good fight.
No.
I didn't pick B-Hop though.
I'm gonna call you back. I'm on this live right now.
You said something that I found good, which I thought was when you said he had 2 years layout before the Barrera fight. I agree with that. Or I think it was a year and a half, however long he had.
Like a year and a half, not like 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. But the difference is that was before Kovalev. And the Kovalev fights took a lot out of Ward, especially the first one. In addition to that,
we're talking about the second one was easy for him though. It seemed like it was easy for him.
The second one was easy, but the first one took a lot out of him. And to me, I agree. Ward is a thinking man's fighter. Ward is a fighter who thinks his way through a fight before he starts to take over. Problem with this is he's not just got to think about Canelo's judgment. He's also got to get his timing right. He's got to get his speed right because your body isn't doing what it done 2-3 years ago. It's not going to do that. So he's still got to adjust.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, good. Go ahead.
His body still has to adjust. But not only does he have to adjust to Canelo, he could be already 5 rounds down before he finds out what Canelo's doing. And
all right, so let me reply to that real quick for you. So to me, it's just when it comes to Andre Ward, I think he got the same kind of mind that Floyd Mayweather got when it comes to in that ring. So when I see Canelo, I haven't seen that in one fight yet. You know, Canelo don't have that ring generalship to me yet, and he's still young. He can still get it. But right now, he just seems like a lazy fighter that trying to pick his way through his career right now. To me, I need him to definitely
flawed. Canelo is definitely flawed. He has so many flaws, and I just feel like stylistically, he hasn't met the guy to cause those problems because he's kind of cherry picked his opponents.
Because he maneuvers his way around. He's a franchise champion. We call him French fries champion.
Exactly.
All right, hold on, fellas. We're gonna let's speed this one up.
Hold on.
Do y'all think the fight happened?
No.
Let me get to the comments real quick, bro.
That's a major money fight. Do y'all think it'll happen?
Who?
No, none of the major fights is not happening. That's why I'm sick of boxing. I'm over boxing, to be honest with you. Love talking boxing, love boxing to death. But like all the fights that we want to see, nobody wants to fight each other. They rather,
I missed the question. What was the question again, Vlog?
Andre Wood and Canelo. Is that fight going to happen?
Hell no. That fight ain't happening.
Like none of these big fights is happening right now.
Yeah, that fight not happening. Let me get through the comments real quick, y'all. Quick. D-Hod just said Andre Ward. D-Hod just said Canelo has problems with slick fighters. That's true. Ward is definitely slick. That's true. And plus Ward never really got hurt when he was fighting. Except for that Kovalev fight, he was never got hurt before that.
And the Sakio Bika fight, he got pounded.
Sakio Bika fight, and he got knocked down in another fight. So I disagree with that.
Yeah, he didn't get hurt.
Andre Ward's been hurt a couple times in his career.
He got up off that canvas before.
He got up off that canvas though. He definitely got up off that canvas for sure. Yeah, as far as like the big fights, I don't see it. The fights that the casuals and the people on the internet talk about, like, they're not happening. Like any big fight at 135, not happening. Canelo.
See, I'm from the era when fighters used to fight each other, man. When Mike called you out, you got your ass in that ring. You either get your ass beat or you just be a bitch. And these niggas is bitches, man. I'm sorry.
But you know what? In the same breath, we all praise Floyd. But Floyd is the reason why
True, but Floyd made his fight happen though. He made him happen. I mean, he did. I do blame him for a lot of this shit, the cherry picking that's going on. but he did it business wise. These men are trying to keep face for Instagram and shit like that. That's what they doing. This is completely different.
Yeah, that's
But
a
you know what? Go on.
They don't want to be that
that's a
mean
good point.
on Instagram getting knocked the fuck out to everybody show every day. You know, like Nate Robinson ass. They don't want to be a next Nate Robinson.
Yeah, I mean
Like
that's and the thing that's crazy is to address the Floyd point. Yeah, Floyd is the reason why a lot of this stuff is happening. But even the guys that Floyd didn't fight, quote unquote, in their prime, I will combat anybody with this. There's not one person in their prime that would have been a favorite over Floyd.
Let's
Floyd
say
would have
this.
been the favorite.
Any of them
No
people
matter
that Floyd
who
avoided,
it was.
would you say now today, as of today, would you say they would have beat him? No.
No.
All the people they say he didn't fight, that he avoided.
Like,
would you say
and the main people is Antonio Margarito. He's not, like Margarito would have got his ass.
He would have got smoked.
Paul Williams would have gave him the most trouble. But Floyd still would have won the fight, though.
I still would have picked Floyd, but
I still would pick Floyd. But Paul Williams would have gave him some trouble.
He was just long and lanky. Them slow ass Williams would have ate him up though.
Yeah, but Paul Williams gives you so many opportunities to land shots. I think Floyd would have had a field day offensively.
Yeah, he would have.
Paul Williams.
I wanted to see the Martinez fight at 154 as well, but I thought Floyd would have won that as well.
Oh, against Sergio. Yeah, Sergio. The reason why Sergio would have lost that fight, Sergio don't have no punch variety. He has no punch variety at all, and that's the reason why. Hold on, I gotta salute my guy. Hold on.
Get to them comments.
Star Sports TV. What's up with you, player? You definitely doing some good stuff over there on your channel, man. Go subscribe to Black Star Sports TV too. Shouting out D Hodges. Yeah, man, like it's crazy, with the way fighters are kind of operating now. But yeah, it's a combination of promoters, networks. Like it's a combination of things why fights aren't happening.
It's just turning me off in boxing, man. Like, after the Deontay Wilder bull crap with Tyson Fury, man, you know how I was on that about all that nonsense. And after that, I'm just over it, man. Y'all let that man get away with that type of shit. This is what boxing is nowadays, man.
And the thing is, I tailed off Blaze. I did a video on it maybe about 2-3 days ago, but I'm on a Wilder Fury strike on the channel, man. It's crazy. It's like, because I'm at a point, I'm just like, I'm like, if you unless somebody press some charges or sue somebody, like I'm tired of talking about it at this point.
I'm over it. I've been over it.
Like
I've been over it for a couple months.
I'm over it. So it's like
to come back to you and Jeff.
If you go to my page when that shit first happened, you see how passionate I was.
Yeah, you was flaming. You was flaming about that. But it's after a while, it's just like, what's the point?
This is where I would say to a lot of, again, I'm a newer school. When I mean newer school, I wasn't in the 70s and 80s and the 90s. So obviously my perception of boxing is very current. And I would say maybe Jeff would agree in terms of the current environment of boxing. There probably isn't much people that cover the sport as much as I do. So it's very easy for me to, I understand how people feel when they see a fight like Wilder and Fury emotionally, because a lot of people still have that fanfare and that fan following. But me personally,
I'm not a Deontay Wilder fan.
No, I'm not talking about you. I just mean in the sense that a lot of people, when they see their fight, because I remember when AJ lost, and a lot of people in Britain, they just stopped watching boxing, or they didn't like. I remember Dylan White had his lowest pay-per-view numbers after AJ lost, because people just wasn't interested in boxing anymore, and the numbers was reduced. Me and Jeff spoke about this as well.
I'm about to say, how is anybody even interested in Dillian White? I've been over Dillian White.
No. I'm just saying that people, they lose interest in the sport when their favorite fighter
lose. Yeah,
but
definitely.
Me personally, it's just I'm a fight fan. So every person that watches boxing, the only person that matters is themselves. So if you're paying your money, you shouldn't care about a fighter because the fighter don't care about you. Care about yourself and what is value for money. And I'll be honest, since Wilder and Fury, I haven't got value for money since that fight. Other than maybe the Charlo fight, the Charlo card, where Charlo and the Charlo's brothers were on that card and the undercard was that. Since then, we haven't seen enough top fights. And it's not even down to let's say Wilder and Fury losing, because that should inspire people to make unifications. Well, other than Teofimo Lopez and Loma, we only seen that once. That's not enough for me. That's not enough.
That was the best fight of the year so far, and we almost halfway through this year.
But it's promoters' fault, because when you got two in-house fighters that can make a unification, it's easy to make that. Everybody wanted to see Triple G versus Andrade. They're both in-house fighters. Why didn't that fight get made? That's the point that I'm making. There's many times that happen.
Yeah, it's a lot of and the thing that's crazy, yo, like the big fights is just the icing on the cake. Like the big fights is the icing on the cake that we need. Those in between fights and the hardcore fights and things like that, like we getting those. We need the big fights to put the icing on the cake, and that's what's missing right now. Like, and it's very few divisions. Let me say this real quick. There's very few divisions that don't have politics in it. To be honest with you,
not one.
I think 122.
And and cruiserweight. 122 and cruiserweight.
122 and cruiserweight are the only two divisions in boxing that don't have no politics involved. Every other division got politics involved, and it's a problem.
Yeah.
Say it again, Blaze.
I think at that weight they don't produce many knockouts, so people not checking for that. They don't want that 12.
That's true. That's true. 122 got some. They 122 hot right now. 122 is hot right now. But you are correct though. It's the lack of knockouts where they don't get the attention they deserve, and then cruiserweight is they like little brother to big brother. You know what I'm saying? Like you got the heavyweight division is just cruiserweight. Nobody's really paying it no real attention. Really, I'm mad my boy L couldn't get up in here. I just needed him to turn his mic and his cam on. But
he can, as long as he add himself, he can do that once he add himself. You don't even
that's what I'm saying. Like, you know how when you like when they come in and down the bottom, he has to turn his mic or his cam on for me to get him in. He had both of them off.
Oh,
because it did it with yours.
I'm just using my cell phone. I'm not even using no tablet or nothing. I'm on myself.
Using my phone as well. I'm using a phone as well.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I had to hit him up to find out what's going on with that.
Whilst we're in it, and we've got a few people in it, let's go back to the question at hand. What do you guys think? What country has the worst judges and worst referees?
Man, I couldn't even answer that, to be honest with you, because all of them are corrupt, man.
Can I answer that?
Go ahead.
Let me answer that.
Go ahead, man.
Right now, I'm gonna give y'all the edge with all of that going on with that global MTGK, WBST, all of them, whatever going on with them. I'm gonna say y'all right now. I mean, because your boy is gangsta-licious. I mean, like, he thugonomics over that motherfucker, my dude. So I don't trust none of them judges over that motherfucker.
But it's been like that for a while. I won't even lie.
Man, to me, boxing has always been that way. It is never going to change, man. You can't get rid of the corruption in boxing. It's too much money. To me, it's just too much on the line, man. So when it comes to judges,
I'll put one thing a little different. Right now, for us, it's more, I think, about cash. I don't think the fear. Over there, it's the fear factor is still part of what go on in the boxing game, because they knocking cats over. We ain't really knocking nobody over. This ain't the 60s and 70s, you know, dudes getting dumped in trash cans type of thing no more. For us, you know, people are getting under the table, little hush-hush money, little payoff. Like, I'm going to be honest. I'm worried about payoff money for this Broner fight. Because I honestly think this cat
ain't nobody paying no goddamn money. Goddamn Broner. Hey, vlog, man. Hold up, man. Wait a minute. Ain't nobody
Broner might have invested in himself. Like, look, man, I'm gonna slide you this bag. Don't be out there trying to beat the brakes off of me.
Hey, vlog,
I tell you, bro.
Vlog. Listen.
I don't even know who Broner's fighting.
Hey, Vlog.
Is it pro-race?
And we was, hey, I gave you a compliment today, man. I gave you a compliment on the live, man. And you want to say some shit like that, man? Come on, man.
Who is Broner fighting? Pro-race?
That's exactly my point. That's
He
exactly.
fighting. He fight. Hold up. Let me tell him who he fighting. He fighting Giovanni Santiago. Dude is like 15-2. He got about like 12 knockouts or some shit like that. And I'm just telling you, the boy let his hands go. So I'm thinking they don't went back there like, look, man, don't be so active in this fight.
Just ask him the question. Just ask him the question.
Listen, Vlog, why would anybody pay anybody off in a Broner in that fight? Explain that to me.
I don't know,
I'm clowning, bro. I'm clowning, bro. Don't take it seriously.
If you haven't noticed though, the boxing industry does not like Broner. That's why he hasn't been getting them fights he used to get, them big fights he used to get. Now,
Blaze, the one thing I say about Broner is Broner ain't never ducked no smoke. Broner ain't never ducked no smoke, and that's why I'll always have respect for him. He's never.
It ain't about the smoke. He ain't never ducked a bag. I don't even think he care about getting beat up.
That's what he coming there for. That's why he came there. That's why he fought Mikey. He took the night off and fought Mikey. That's what the fuck he did. He came there for that money, man.
Well, he came in at 138 too. Hold on, let me get my guy Jalik the lead up in here, man.
That's what he did. I did it for the hood.
G5, shout out to G5. Thanks for having me on. Shout out to Shane, BoxingFirst Vlog, and Blaze. What's popping, man?
Good, bro.
Hey, Jalik, talk your shit, bro.
What's good with you, family?
I was listening to the Castaño thing. Jamal Charlo going, he might make a meme out of Castaño. And I like Castaño. I was listening to what Shane was saying because dude do put on pressure, and Jamal Charlo, when you put pressure on him, does change the fight a little bit. And Jamal Charlo, he does have like accuracy issues in a sense, but Homeboy is small. From the looks of it, if it looks like if Homeboy had a strength and conditioner, a deep one, he probably could make 147. He's small, bro. I'm like, he's small with short arms, but I mean, we've seen a lot of shorter fighters. I think
he does have very short arms. He does have very short arms.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think he beat. I know it's the amateurs, but he beat Earl Spence in the amateurs. So he got a good background, and that fight is gonna be good, bro. Charlo gonna need credit. You gonna have to give him credit, but I know how people are though. They gonna be like,
he deserved a Jalik. He deserved his credit.
You got coming.
Oh, I got a comment. Hold on, Jalik. Hold on. John Manziel. Ward needs 2 tune-up fights, and it's a 50-50 with Canelo. Canelo a bad dude, and he actually takes legit fights. If he fights Saunders after Gilderum, hold on. Wait a minute, let me finish. Hold on, let me finish. Ward needs 2 tune-up fights, and it's a 50. Hold on, before I even finish reading this, John Manziel, you about to catch this smoke on this live, and it won't even be from me. But hold on. Ward needs 2 tune-up fights, and it's a 50-50 with Canelo. Canelo a bad dude, and he actually takes legit fights. If he fights Saunders after Yildirim, you gotta respect it. I think Yildirim will do better than I don't know. Hold on. Hold on. How many of y'all on the panel want to get at that comment? Just put a hand up. Hold on. We got to do this in order. All right, Shane, you gonna go first. Jalik, you want to go second on that comment?
Against beating Ward, I'm skipping that. I'm not even.
You skipping that? Okay. Vlog, are you skipping that? Vlog, are you skipping that? You skipping this?
Oh, that's funny.
You're putting that muzzle on the people right now. Let me do it.
No, let me touch him, man.
Okay, hold on.
I'm not going to disrespect Canelo and his resume. Hold on. Let me smoke. His resume.
Go ahead.
Cool. The 50-50 thing with Ward, hell no, bro. He don't have a boxing ability, bro. He is a banger. If you move on a banger the way Ward can move and use ring generalship, you can outbox Canelo and win a fight the way Floyd Mayweather did. And as far as the other man,
London.
he's a
They
dump truck,
London
my
did.
dude. This is a cupcake fight. This man about to make the easiest money of his entire career.
Why he call him a dump truck though?
Wait, Blunt. I'm gonna have to do this right. So John, firstly, thank you for a comment. That's a good comment. But Eugen got knocked out by what's it called in Eubank in 3 rounds. So if he don't do it in 3 rounds, to me, he ain't nothing. But when he talked about him fighting legit opponents, that's where I was at. You have to draw the biggest question mark. Let me tell you where I have to draw a big question mark. When he had all 3 belts, instead of fighting Andrade for the undisputed title, he went up to 168 and fought the weakest champion in Rocky Fielding. There's no justification for that. Instead of fighting the strongest champion at 175, he fought the weakest champion at 175 in Kovalev. He didn't fight Bivol, he didn't fight Beterbiev, he didn't fight Voltic. He didn't fight none of those guys. He could have even fought Beterbiev for the unified, because Beterbiev had 2 belts at the time. He didn't fight neither of those guys. So him fighting legit opponents, you can miss me with that. You can miss me all the way, 150%. Because there's too many times where he's swerved his way around to make it look like he's fighting the best when you know that ain't the truth.
All right. Does anybody else want to give John the belt?
Nah, he said what I was going to say.
Hey, listen.
I can't agree with that.
Hey, John Manziel, that was your initiation to G5 Jeff TV. If you say something on here that's somewhat controversial, we gonna get at you. And I'm not even gonna say nothing about that.
We won't block you.
Hold on. You know they say you don't think unless you got a troll, right?
It ain't no disrespect, you know what I mean? We just
we
highly disagree with you, my dude.
It's no disrespect, but we definitely gonna get at you. But they say you ain't make it until you got a troll. I had a troll in the comment section, so I did have to block somebody in this live, just to let y'all know. I didn't get on the pleasure of putting it up on the screen. Black Wolverine 89, Black Wolverine, what's going on, player? He said correct.
Black.
Said BK is right. Yo, it's crazy, man. Like, cause it's just with boxing, period. You seeing, back to the scorecard and the judges and all that. Like, it's bad all the way around. Like, there's bad judges in the US, there's bad judges in the UK. UK got its set of gangsters in boxing. The US has their set of gangsters in boxing. And it's been going on like that for the longest. I mean, shit, Donald Trump was Mike Tyson's manager at one point. Like, how you go from Mike Tyson manager to being the president of the United States of America? Like that's America. You know what I'm saying?
His skin color kind of got something a little bit to do with that too. So
yeah, but Trump, you know who Trump connected with though. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, but I think it's bad on all sides. You know what I mean? As far as the judges.
What do you think of the Frampton fight? Do you think Frampton with the MTK Global connection, you feel like it's gonna be a bit hard for Herring to pull up a point win?
Yeah, who y'all like, Jamel Herring or Carl Frampton?
I think it's gonna go to Frampton because I think Homeboy already let it out there. I think his wife wanted him to retire, so it's easier to make that fight with Carl Frampton and Stevenson because it'll be less friction because whatchamacallit is part of Bomac camp. Even though Shakur called him out, it'll just look better on the resume of Shakur. But also Jamel Herring is MTK Global as well, so they both on MTK Global. So MTK Global win either way because they both.
No, but the difference is Frampton is the face of MTK. Him and Fury are the face of MTK Global.
Right. But I think Frampton gonna win.
Say that again. I ain't hear you, my G.
I think Frampton gonna win that one. That's next week too, right? Yeah, I think.
No, I ain't hear Shane. Say what you said, Shane.
I said Frampton and Fury are the face of MTK. Like, you understand the Irish connection that they have is just on another level.
Hold on. Let me get in here real quick. A Blaze, Jamel Herring or Carl Frampton? Who you got?
I got Carl.
Okay, hold on. Vlog. Carl Frampton or Jamel Herring? Who you got?
I actually like Herring.
Okay, so all right, so is me, Jalik, and Blaze think Carl Frampton is winning. Y'all two think Jamel Herring is winning. As tradition on this channel, can we bet a cheesesteak on that? Or some bear money or something?
I ain't saying he's gonna win. That's anything. Jamel Herring, I think it'd be a draw for Jamel Herring to win, but who's gonna get the decision is two different things.
No, yeah,
That's true. That's true. That's very
I'm
true.
taking Carl Frampton in the decision. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be a decision fight.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't like him enough to bet on him. I mean, I think it's too close of a matchup,
He lost
and
one.
because of the narrative, I don't think that's in his favor.
And another question:
your boy pointed out the narrative, so
it's in Frampton's backyard.
It's in Ireland.
If it goes to
It's in
decision,
Ireland.
it's going to Carl. It's going to Carl. If it's a decision, it's going to Carl.
Yeah, and it make because dude already talking about retiring and moving to 130, and then he don't have the power, and then he don't dominate rounds like say Crawford when he went over there to beat Ricky Burns, or he didn't do what Earl Spence did and knocked out Kell Brook. So that's why I favor Carl Frampton in that fight. We'll see. We'll see that.
Hold on, I gotta get at these comments real quick. Hold on real quick. Black Wolverine 89. Canelo is a fraud. That is a fact, not my opinion. That's a fact. He has been caught doping, ducked Andre for 8 years, ducked the Charlos, and had a fixed fight with Kovalev, and y'all know it. Can I please hold on? Can I please get at that real quick?
Go ahead.
Wait a minute. Let me get at that real quick. Wait a minute. Hold on. I was with him until the Kovalev thing. I was with him until the Kovalev thing. I'm gonna tell you why. It's no way Kovalev does a sink leg like that and it was fixed.
I don't think
not in the 11th round.
His chin is done.
Not in the 11th round. If he'd have did that early, I would be like, okay, cool, but not a stank leg like that late in the fight. And that fight was close to the cards. Am I correct?
Yeah,
Man,
it was close.
You was watching that fight on live, Drake, and I called.
We was watching it live.
You was watching it live with you.
Hey, he hit that boy with that HBK sweet chin music. He hit that boy with that sweet chin music, homie.
He hit it with the Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, that was no way that was a setup.
Kovalev went to the fight knowing he ain't had no chance. That's what it was.
I was just about to say that, Blaze. Jeff, do you remember in the live when we were watching it? Like when Canelo was on the pads, Kovalev was literally lying down on the couch. Like, I don't even care. I'm just getting my money.
Yeah,
I think he was there for that match, man.
He wasn't staying warm. Yeah, because they had that delay. It was that UFC fight. And they was doing that, trying to time it right. I remember that. Yeah, he wasn't staying warm. He wasn't on the bike. They weren't working the mids. He was in that
he was on the couch like he was eating cashews and nachos in the back before we came out to the fight.
If you look at the Bernard Hopkins fight, the Kovalev fight, if you see how he was readying himself for that fight compared to that Canelo fight,
that's a good point. That's a good point. Black Wolverine 89 plus Canelo gasses out after 6 rounds.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know about that. That was I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I've seen it happen, but I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen it happen in a while.
No, because he was on Kovalev in 8, 9, 10. He was all over it.
Yeah, I haven't seen him gas out
since Kovalev running like an old lady from a mugger.
No, he gassed out a little bit in the Triple G first fight.
Triple G first fight. Yeah, he did gas out.
He did gas out a little bit.
But Triple G gave him a reason to gas out in that fight too, though.
Yeah, that was a good fight, though. I still had Triple G in that.
To be honest, I thought Triple G won. I think he won both fights, me personally. But
I mean, the second one was kind of close to me. It could have went either way for me.
Could have went either way.
I took Canelo in the second one.
D-High just said he got Jamel Herring. Let me blaze through these comments real quick. Black Wolverine said, Jalik, my bad. I just now saw your reply from me from yesterday. Be joining your stream soon. Hold on. When you get the chance to talk about it, Black Wolverine said, hell no, G5. That was a fixed fight. You guys can believe that a guy that doesn't knock out guys in his own weight class, all of a sudden he moves up and KOs Kovalev. You guys can keep that one. Wait a minute. Hold on. He said my name, so I gotta address Black Wolverine. Hold on. All right, put a comment back up here. So, in terms of what you said, Black Wolverine, he didn't knock out Kovalev in the first 10 rounds. He was getting on Kovalev, but he wasn't really hurting him in the fight. Did you see the shot? Bro, just look at the shot that Kovalev got hit with. You tell me if that's fit.
You can't pretend to see
I can't do that stank leg on the dance floor, man.
You can't pretend on.
You can't duplicate that, man. Like in terms of if Kovalev felt like he was gonna win the fight, you got a point. As far as him sitting on the couch before the fight, you got a point. But
this nigga was taking selfies with Canelo in the weigh-in. How you taking selfies? How you not? He went into the fight just looking for his money, man. But
you can't look at that shot that Canelo hit him with and say that mistake.
You need a choreographer to stage that knockout because everything was just too synchronized for that to be a thing.
I'm saying now, if you're saying Black Wolverine, if you're saying the overall fight and everything, you felt like it was kind of like a fixed show, I will agree with that more so than that moment being fixed. Like Canelo called him clean. Like it was clean. And the legs don't lie, bro. Legs don't lie.
Man was sleep on the ropes.
He was napping. He was napping. You can't stage that. He was napping. He was napping.
Get up, Greg. Get up, Greg.
Come on, Craig. Get up, Craig.
Hey.
Yeah. He said Canelo took a dive.
What about this Pacquiao Crawford joint?
I ain't paying Pacquiao no mind, man. He won $40 million. I ain't paying him right now.
Everybody chasing Pacquiao instead of trying to fight each other, man, because they know Pacquiao bringing the money. They just want his name. That's the only thing.
To be fair, Blaze, the reason why that's happening is because Uncle Al
he the one trying to make the fight. Which is, you know what I mean? Usually people are coming at Pacquiao trying to make the fight. But he the one stepping out, saying, okay, I'm putting this out, this the number, and this is what I'm going to fight. So that make the fight more plausible.
He's trying to outprice himself. He don't want that fight.
Hold on, I can't y'all all talking at the same time. Hold on.
My bad.
Blaze, go ahead. Blaze, go ahead.
For Pacquiao to ask Terrence Crawford for $40 million to fight, this means he don't want to fight first. He's pricing himself. Then on top of that, what is Terrence Crawford's biggest payday? Maybe 10 million, 11 million, 12? Not nowhere near 40. He might win for his whole purse. Just fight me for free.
But the reason why I don't even feel like in agreement with you, Blaze, the reason why I don't even feel like that's the case is because if he really did want to make that fight, he wouldn't have dropped the WBA belt. He would have just made a unification. It would have been a much bigger fight.
I forgot he even did that, to be honest with you.
Go ahead.
To me, it just sounded like he's selling his name like Leo did.
I barely heard those responses, man. I ain't gonna lie.
They said they're not buying it. They said he pricing himself out.
He priced himself out. He's trying to. That's what it sounds like. That's what you do when you don't want to fight. You price yourself out of it.
Manny will fight Mikey Garcia. Manny will fight Mikey.
We're 40 for
hold on a second, y'all. Hold on. Vlog, you still can't hear us? Vlog, come back in.
Choppy when they were replying.
Vlog, come out and come back in.
Oh, you done blocked me and shit?
No, I said come out and come back in.
His thing's chopping.
It's chopping. You come out and come back in, bro.
Damn, I should have put my my channel as my name. I didn't even think about that.
He said, what he said, I thought I blocked him. He bugging. Hold on. Black Wolverine 89, exactly. He was there for the money only. Yeah, if you talking that, then yeah, I agree with you. But that shot, he ain't. That shot was legit.
Knockout. That wasn't no fake knockout. I'll tell you that.
Black Wolverine. Yes, I'm talking about the event being fixed. Okay, he's talking about the event. I can
agree with that, man.
And he took it on short notice too. So yeah, like he didn't put himself in best position to win. Pacquiao doesn't want it with Crawford and never did. Black Wolverine, I agree with that as well. Because even when he was signed with Top Rank, he could have had that fight and never took it. So that's just a fight that he doesn't want. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why he came out and said 40 million. Like that's just
they still didn't fight. So
what fights do you want to see? If you were to list your top 5 fights, because you're a person who's criticized what you see in boxing right now. So what fights do you want to see?
You want to take that, Drake?
No, he had you. He had you.
Me?
Yeah.
My bet. The only fight I really truly want to see right now is Earl Spence versus Bud. Right now, everything else is on the back burner. I can really give a shit less about. Maybe Tyson Fury and Deontay here for a third time, but on an even playing field. But that's pretty much it, man. I don't know. Like I said, boxing has really been on a downslide with me with all these politics and these niggas and Instagram. These niggas do more fighting on Instagram than in the ring. So, you know, I just want to see.
You're talking about the Tank stuff, the whole Tank, Devin Haney.
Now, Tank, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, all them dudes is Instagram models, man. That's all they are. That's all they want to be, Instagram models. Ryan, what didn't he just bullshit us on the Pacquiao fight? What happened to that? Because I swear he put that on his Instagram. They were supposed to be fighting Pacquiao.
I wish Will was still in
I don't even pay them.
Will believe that. Will actually believe that fight was.
I don't pay them dudes no mind, yo.
I thought once you posted on the internet, maybe you get some truth behind it, but like completely lied.
Hey Blaze, I ain't pay that crap no mind, man. Because I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, Manny Pacquiao is a legend. He let this young pup announce the fight. It just if it don't smell the smell test, don't pass the smell test.
There's no chance against him. What do Manny Pacquiao get out of that? He's not gonna get no big payday. He's gonna knock Ryan out. Ryan is flawed, man. I never believed in that guy in the longest time. If you get knocked down, damn near knocked out by Luke Campbell, I think you need to sit your ass in the back of the line and learn a little something, bro. Because he ain't ready.
I think he has a lot of technical.
Then you want to fight Tank? I've seen Tank knock grown ass men out. Come on, man. If
Tank lands that shot, Ryan Garcia is not getting up. If he lands that same exact shot that Luke Campbell landed,
he doesn't even need to land the same. This is the thing. What Tank can do to Ryan, it will affect Ryan's confidence forever. Because this whole Instagram stuff that you see going on, Ryan will be a permanent meme. He will be a permanent meme. And for someone who's so much
that's what Oscar's trying to avoid. Oscar is trying to get as much money out that little boy as much as he can until he get his ass knocked out, and then Oscar gonna throw him to the wolves because he already tried to do it already once.
It's crazy. It's crazy because I'm like Tank. All of them dudes got problems, man. Like Tank, like Floyd Mayweather got the training wheels on him. He not gonna let Tank fight no real dudes.
Me, when it comes to Tank, though, Tank don't take the game seriously as Mayweather did. He don't. He's still out partying and doing whatever the fuck he want to do, smoke, drink, be overweight, and all that other shit. Floyd never would do no shit like that. And that's why I respected Floyd. He respected the game. He respected his craft. He wanted to be more and better. These dudes just wanted the shit handed to him, man. And that's the only problem I got with him.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. But I guess we done cooked for about a good 2 hours, man. 2 hours. Yeah, I'm a matter of fact, Blaze, give them your social media and give them your channel as well, because they we'll talk off camera as far as
I'm gonna post it in the comments, but you know what I mean. I got my I got 2 channels, Blaze Philly, and then there's New Wave Boxing Media. Y'all can check it out. I'm gonna post it out the link in the description. I ain't been talking boxing lately because, like I said, I've been over boxing, man. Like the politics of boxing has turned me the fuck off. But I'm gonna get myself back in there together, and I kind of enjoyed the conversation today. It's kind of good to talk boxing again, man. You know, me and Drake used to bust it up all the time about boxing all day long.
For sure. So that's and the thing is like you gotta, even when you pissed off about the sport, you still, your voice is still needed, you know what I mean, on the topics that you're passionate about. So even if you pissed off at the sport, if there's 3 or 4 topics that you're passionate about, just talk about those 3 or 4 topics, you know what I mean? And it's your channel. You can control the content with your channel. And then you can always jump on, you can jump on my live or anybody else's live and really.
I'm definitely coming back with this.
To be honest, to keep it real, out of the many people that you've had on the live, most of the people I've never met, but your build is definitely one of the most realest, because obviously I'm a person, again, I'm quick to get, I feel like I have an age complex. So I'm quick to get offended when people criticize this era of boxing, because this is the only era that I've physically experienced in terms of like actually watched. Like obviously the 90s and 70s, 80s, you can always watch it on YouTube and stuff, but it's different to experiencing.
Right.
So when it comes to this era, I only see the pros in it. Obviously I see the cons, but I see a lot more pros than cons. So a lot of people, when I see them criticize, are like, "Oh, you're just ungrateful." But I hear what you're saying. So,
listen. I always give credit where credit is due, especially to boxers, because first of all, it takes 2 pair of balls to get in that motherfucking ring. First of all, and put your life on the line. So, but when it comes to, I need these boxers to start acting the way they talk. You talk tough, but you don't act tough. You know, I don't want to see that no more. If you're gonna be a bitch, be a bitch. You know what I mean? If you're gonna get your ass in that ring, whether win, lose, draw, get your ass in that ring, I will respect you more. But like I said, it's all about promoting themselves nowadays and being these Instagram and likes and follows and shit like that. That's what boxing is turned into. It's turned into a fucking joke when a celebrity boxing match get more pay-per-view buys than a real boxing match.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
I'm not here for that.
And that's the thing. Like it's a much bigger problem, you know what I mean, just within the sport. And the thing that's great about talking boxing is just you can have a one target topic, but a lot of times it's going to go into a bunch of different things because there's so many different things going on in boxing where you're passionate about it. Like take this live. We went from talking about judges and referees to Castano and Charlo to Tank and the IG models and all that. And Canelo got bought up. Andre Ward got bought up. So it's just whenever you get a chance to talk boxing, you just talk it. Let me get to do these last few. We got a few left. Black Wolverine 89. He said, "Isn't Pacquiao obligated to one more fight with PBC?" I don't think so.
No, he's not with PBC no more.
Yeah, I don't think so. Who do you guys think win? Tank versus Teofimo, Stevenson versus Colbert.
I got Teofimo and the Stevenson Colbert fight. I'm torn with that one.
Okay, I'll take that real quick. I like Teofimo over Tank, and I actually like Colbert over Stevenson. I like Colbert over Stevenson.
I don't like his hair, but I like Colbert.
I would take Colbert. Now, when it comes to T.O. versus Tank, for me, T.O. take the game more seriously than Tank do. Until Tank showed me he can commit to being a boxer and taking it to where it's supposed to, where he can definitely take his fighting game to another level. Until then, I'm gonna still take T.O. But T.O. has flaws, man, that nobody has seen yet. But once we get into that fight with maybe Shakur Stevenson or Devin, he's gonna get exposed a little bit, man.
Well, I feel like
Teofimo 50 fights to me, but he's gonna get exposed more than he was.
Yeah, I feel like he'll get exposed the most, and this is me being honest, is if he moved up to 140 and fought a pro grade. The reason why I feel like that would expose him the most is because one thing I realized Loma didn't do enough was he didn't make Teofimo miss in the pocket enough. Teofimo is very good and very accurate, but in the pocket he loads up on the shots. One thing about Prograis is Prograis will make you miss in the pocket. He's done that a lot against Taylor, and he's gonna pay you back. Teofimo doesn't guard up enough in the pocket. When he's throwing, he puts
his defense is not that good.
Yeah, let me hold
on. Let me say one thing about that, about Tio. To me, Tio would have lost that fight against Lomachenko if Lomachenko ain't vacation for like the first 5 rounds. If he'd have fought him the way he did that second half of the fight, Tio wouldn't have stood no chance. So let's just be real.
Yeah, so Lomachenko, let me add on to that, bro. Lomachenko was starting to put things together to show the deficiencies in Tio's game.
Yeah, because his head was bouncing a lot.
Like he was starting to put some things together, and I got, this is why I get pissed off at Lomachenko, because I'm like, yo, like, why you didn't do this in the first half of the fight? Like, you literally was asleep at the wheel the first 7 rounds. Go ahead, please.
He thought he was going to gas him out. He was trying to take him to deep waters and drown him.
Teofimo's like 22 years old.
Yeah, that's what he thought that was.
That's what I'm like, yo, like, I never seen the older fighter trying to get the younger fighter to gas out. I don't.
No, it don't work that way. No,
I more feel like, and I'll keep it real, I more feel like he was more. He wasn't prepared for Teofimo to turn it into a boxing match, because the first few rounds Teofimo was boxing it long. I don't feel like he was prepared for that. I thought he just thought Teofimo was going to run at him and just be like a very inexperienced and immature.
But I don't think
Teofimo kept his head right.
But bro, the thing is, I don't think Loma really prepares for fights in terms of like strategy. Loma just goes in and just does his thing. Like,
I don't think he watches tape.
I don't think he watched tape or none of that. I don't think he watched tape or none of that. Hold on, let me get these comments real quick, y'all. Hold on, let me get these comments real quick. Shakur over Colbert, unanimous decision. Tank versus Teofimo is an interesting fight. Black Wolverine said, I like Colbert over Stevenson too. Black Wolverine, he talking to the league. He said, yes, Teofimo's defense isn't good. He's just much bigger than most of his opponents. Lomachenko schooling Teofimo rounds 7 through 11. I wouldn't say necessarily schooling. I just think he just woke up.
Though.
I think he just woke up.
He popping back there.
He just woke up. Yeah. He just woke up. But Black Wolverine, I definitely hear what you're saying. Like, after round 7, round 8 to 11, Loma started cooking. He started cooking. You know what I'm saying? But it's really that's what pisses me off about the Loma situation, because I'm like, Loma, you can't fight like that and then you still disrespectful afterwards. I'm like, no, like, you're the reason you lost. You're the reason you lost. I'm like, it's crazy.
Yeah, he lost me when he started blaming judges and shit like that. He lost me with that one.
Yeah, he tried to blame the judge. He tried to blame the judges, the whole shebang. You know what I'm saying?
But everybody but your damn self. No, man, you didn't.
Right. I'm like, yo, you was asleep at the wheel for 3/4 of the fight. You was asleep at the wheel for 3/4 of the fight. Black Wolverine said, "Good stream, G5. Appreciate you, bro." Blaze, put your info in the chat real quick. Or you know what? Text it to me and I'll put it in the description. That's even better.
All right,
Shane, give him your social media real quick before we can jump up out of here.
I_am Shane, the number 1.
I am _Shane, the number 1. Y'all know me, G5 Jeff TV on YouTube, G5 Jeff TV, Facebook, Twitter, Box with G5 Jeff TV on Instagram. I gotta do a quick roll call before we get up out of here. My boy Black Wolverine 89, salute to you, Jalik the leader. Salute to you, D Hodges, John Manziel. Hope when he chase you off by getting on you. Next Star Sports TV. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. Who else we had in the building? Will Stokes was in the building. Boxing. I don't know what happened. I'll hit you up after this live.
I seen Blaze Philly.
That's him. Right? That's him. Yeah, that's him.
That's me right there.
Yes, sir. And my boy BoxingFirst Vlog and DC3 the Boom Man and Bruce Goes.
You have two accounts.
Yeah, I have 2.
Yeah, he got 2. He got 2 different accounts. So hopefully Blaze will
I'm gonna
jump
start
back.
getting some more content up in.
Yeah, get some more
up.
content up. What we're gonna start doing is Blaze, if you could start going live soon, we'll talk about that
All
later
you gotta
on,
do
maybe
is let me
tomorrow.
know beforehand, and I can clock right on.
No,
in
I'm
on my
talking
phone.
about you go live on yours. We'll jump
All
on
right.
your joint.
All right, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? We'll jump on your joint. And we got to get Boxing First Vlog to do the same thing. DT3, the Boom Man, he got a nice joint.
I don't know how to do none of this. So
we'll talk. We'll talk. I'll talk to you tomorrow, and we can start setting all that up.
I'm not gonna lie, Jeff was a young buck to this as well.
Yeah, I was,
know.
bro.
I was around when he started all this. I was
there. He was there when I first started all this, man. And I'm like, this is my first time. This is my first week or 2 weeks doing this on a laptop. I was doing all this from the phone. Blaze was around. Listen, Shane, Blaze was around when I was doing videos in the car after work, 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
He was witness to that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why I always be on Blaze, and I'll be like, yo, you gotta get this thing going. You gotta get it going. We from the same cloth. You know what I'm saying? Like we from the same cloth. But Shane, go ahead. You got to find a word. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I remember when Jeff, I was telling him about lives on YouTube, and his live on YouTube was so funny because he is still trying to figure out the algorithm of how to go live and stuff like that. And I remember the first live, he ended up getting thousands and thousands of views, and he ruined it completely. Like, it was the Rona live, and he was just ringing, like he just see him scrolling through the live.
Yo, I had no clue what I was doing, man. I had no clue what I was doing, but you know the beauty of it, man, is like, you know, when you learn, you know, you meet up with folks that, you know, had the same passion and the same drive when it comes down to boxing as you. And that's the most important thing, really just connecting with other people that had the same, you know, the same vibe as you. So as we get this thing steamrolling, you know, we're gonna get Blaze steamrolling, we're gonna get Boxing First Vlog steamrolling, and we have to get, like, if I'm not on the channel, I still want to be able to come through the Blaze joint. You know what I mean? I may not want to go live on a Tuesday. Blaze might go live on a Tuesday. I may not want to go live on a Sunday, but Vlog might want to go live. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it's all a community at the end of the day. D-High just said, great show. DBC, salute. Enjoy y'all night. And hold on, let me leave it off with this. D-Hodges is LDBC. Let me just tell y'all how impartial we are. You got some people that are LDBC, and as soon as they see LDBC, they're either getting blocked or they're getting ignored. Like D Hodges, like he can confirm this. Like D Hodges get in here, he cook. He come in here, we let him cook. You know what I'm saying? So we let everybody do their thing on this channel, and you're not gonna get that in many places. You know what I'm saying? And we talked about everything but the hottest topic in the sport. We talked about everything but Fury Wilder. We don't talk Fury Wilder over here. We don't even talk it no more. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so
I'm over that shit.
We over that. So I'm like, if you want to talk some real boxing, you come to me, you come to Shane, you come to Blaze, you come to Vlog, you come to DT3, Black Star talking that real talk, even D Hodges. You know what I'm saying? So, but we gonna close it off with that, man. On behalf of Blaze,
appreciate y'all, man.
Hey, man, appreciate you. My boy VP Shane, and Boxing First Vlog, G5 Jeff TV, we are out.
All right, y'all.
All right, yo.